and discuss a $1 trillion price prediction? No. Unfortunately, we're not talking about the price here, but we are talking about the market cap. So this is actually a bearish prediction because we all know it's a given. We're going to pass 1 trillion. We're already probably in the $800 billion territory. We're probably more likely to hit 3, 4, 5 trillion for the Bitcoin market cap this cycle. But let me know your thoughts, fam. Currently, the all-time high cycle peak is sitting just above 3 trillion. That's everything inside of crypto. And typically, Bitcoin keeps and maintains a 50% dominance. So that's why I said we've already breached a 1.5 trillion Bitcoin market cap. How high do you feel this market cap is likely to climb for this cycle? Let me know. We're going to be discussing that here. And we're also going to discuss what will the price likely be after the Bitcoin ETF and the halving. I got some very bullish predictions, of course, to share with you. So first and foremost, is there a better environment right now for Bitcoin? Well, we know the current situation. We know there are ETFs looming, 90% chance of being approved according to the top ETF experts. You know what I mean? Like I mentioned a little earlier of Bloomberg. And then we also know the halving is right around the corner. Now, the recent price action might also be a direct result of optimism building for the Bitcoin ETF to finally hit the market. We got BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager. We also have Fidelity, Ark Invest, Invesco, WisdomTree, amongst others. In fact, there's actually 13 of them right now waiting to be approved on the desk of Gary Gensler. So there's certainly a lot of anticipation for this. Spot ETFs would essentially legitimize Bitcoin in the financial services industry, where everyone will be able to recognize it as an asset class, which is one of the factors that Michael Saylor believes will take the Bitcoin price to $5 million per coin. Now, we have seen inflation start to come down in recent months as the Fed Reserve. This could be viewed as a clear signal that its effort to curb rising prices across the economy by aggressively hiking interest rates is working. This could prompt the central bank to cut rates sometime in 2024, which is also another bullish catalyst, which we discussed a little earlier on the show. Now, this is a great environment for Bitcoin to shine. And I mean, we've been having a hell of a year. The market cap is roughly 817 billion right now. And like I said, we're likely to see a multi-trillion-dollar Bitcoin market cap for this cycle. So a $1 trillion market cap is very, very conservative. And thinking of long-term, I actually want to switch over to this article. Bitcoin, the world's first and most well-known crypto, has been on a roller coaster ride since its inception, but everyone's asking, what will the price likely be after the halving, as well as after the ETFs finally get the approval? So here's some predictions. Number one, increased institutional investment. One common prediction from all the top investors is that the introduction of the Bitcoin ETF will lead to a surge of institutional investment, and currently they're sitting on 25 trillion in assets under management just from the handful of the ETFs waiting to be approved by the SEC. And we also have Mike Novogratz, founder of Galaxy Digital, predicting the introduction of the Bitcoin ETF, opening a floodgate for institutional investment, which we all know to be true. He believes this will drive up the demand for Bitcoin and in turn push the price action higher. He expects to see Bitcoin's price reach a new all-time high in the post-ETF era. Now, according to some of the major influencers in crypto, Cathie Wood of Ark Invest is predicting a $1 million Bitcoin price by the year 2030. In fact, her bull scenario is 1.48 million per coin. Her bear scenario is roughly 260 or 280,000 per coin. And then she has her base case, which is also above 650,000 per BTC. We have Novogratz predicting $500,000 super cycle for this cycle peak, which is another clearly bullish sentiment. Let's look here on X so we can see the whole tweet. Tim Draper, the billionaire venture capitalist, is predicting 250,000 this cycle for the King Crypto. Standard Chartered, which is a major bank, the primary shareholder of this bank, believe it or not, is BlackRock. They're predicting 120,000 target as well. We have Dan Moorhead's company, Pantera Capital, predicting 148,000 per Bitcoin. We have Tom Lee predicting 180,000. Kiyosaki, I've seen predictions from 100,000 as high as $1 million per coin. Adam Back actually made a bet that the Bitcoin price will hit, what do you say, $100,000 $100,000 by March 31st, and he actually bet some Bitcoin on this. And then we have Arthur Hayes, the BitMEX founder. He believes Bitcoin can soar to $1 million as well. I don't know why it only says 70,000 right here. And JP Morgan, Jamie the Tapeworm Diamond, we shouldn't even cover them any longer. But considering all these predictions, here's a fun fact. The Bitcoin price on average, according to all of these, including the 45,000 low from JP Morgan, would be roughly $265,500 per Bitcoin. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of these predictions. And now I have some more for you. Prediction number 2, supply scarcity post-halving. Bitcoin halving events occur every 4 years, reducing the number of new Bitcoins generated through mining. The most recent halving took place in 2020. How many of you witnessed that halving in 2020? Let me know. And the next one is expected, which we know in 4 months out in 2024. This reduction in supply typically leads to the higher prices, the increased scarcity, making Bitcoin more attractive to investors. Now, Tim Draper believes the Bitcoin price will surge in the aftermath of the 2024 halving. Draper predicts Bitcoin can reach 250,000 or even 300,000 per coin post-halving as the supply shortage intensifies. This prediction is based on historical patterns observed after previous halving events, which have consistently driven up the price of BTC. The next prediction, enhanced regulatory clarity. Regulatory uncertainty has been a significant obstacle for Bitcoin. You can thank Gary Gensler for that. As governments and regulators around the world grapple with how to classify and regulate these digital assets, it has created uncertainty in the market, and the introduction of a Bitcoin ETF could potentially lead to greater regulatory clarity, as the ETF would need to comply with established financial regulations. So come on, Gary. And Paul Tudor Jones, the billionaire legendary investor, believes that the approval of the Bitcoin ETF will pave the way for more regulated and secure crypto market. He predicts that this enhanced regulatory environment will attract more conservative investors and in turn drive up the price of Bitcoin. Now, regulatory clarity is often seen as a positive development in the crypto space, as it reduces the risks of sudden regulatory crackdowns. And I have some more predictions to share with you here from the major institutions, the people with all the money now. Here are some of Bitcoin's price predictions if the ETF applications are approved. We have Skybridge Capital, that's Anthony Scaramucci's company, predicting a $150,000 to $250,000 Bitcoin price. We have Fundstrat, which I believe is Thomas Lee's company, predicting 150,000 Bitcoin target. We have Morgan Creek Capital, I believe that's Pompliano's company, predicting 150,000. We got Standard Chartered, again, the primary shareholder of this institution and banking giant is actually BlackRock. In fact, BlackRock owns a piece of over 80% of the companies in the S&P 500, which means they have their hands in virtually everything, including MicroStrategy, family. Some of you didn't know that. Crypto Quant's projecting 73,000. We have Matrixport. I don't know why this prediction is so low, because when I covered Matrixport, they say 100% certainty of the ETF being approved. But nonetheless, here's just a glimpse of some of the predictions from the top asset managers in the world. Now, prediction number 4, Bitcoin becoming a global reserve asset. Institutional investors have traditionally relied on assets like gold and government bonds as safe havens and reserve assets. However, the top investors believe that Bitcoin may emerge as the global reserve asset in the future, alongside or even surpassing traditional options. Now, the macro guru, Raoul Pal, predicts Bitcoin could become the world's reserve currency within the next decade. Now, theoretically speaking, family watching right now, where do you think that would take the Bitcoin price if Bitcoin was deemed a world reserve currency? Let me know, family. Now, for the next prediction, increased adoption and integration. One of the common themes amongst investors is the belief that Bitcoin's adoption and integration into everyday financial systems will only continue to grow. That's right, we're only just getting started. The global financial landscape is evolving rapidly, and cryptos are increasingly becoming a part of this transformation. Now, Cathie Wood, the founder of Ark Invest and prominent advocate for disruptive tech, sees a bright future for Bitcoin. Wood believes that Bitcoin's integration into the traditional financial system, including the use of blockchain tech in various industries, will only drive up the price. She predicts that Bitcoin will have become a mainstream asset class with broader acceptance in the years to come, leading to significant price appreciation. And as pointed out here, let's check out the peak price of Bitcoin every year since 2015. So this is over the past 8 years. In 2015, we peaked at $465. In 2016, the year of the halving, we peaked at $977. But pay attention to the year after the halvings, fam. 2017, the year after the 2016 halving, we shot up from $977 to 19,665, virtually 20 G's. Then in 2018, it was the year of the bear. It was 18,344. Another year of the bear in 2019, 12,996. Then the year of the halving in 2020, we shot up to 28,837. Now again, pay attention to the year preceding the halving, which is in 2021. We shot up from 28,000 the previous year to 69,000 virtually on some of the top exchanges, which is currently the all-time high. And in 2022, year of the bear, we dropped to 47,816. And now this year, year to date, we're now up, I think we almost hit 45,000 already, just shy, maybe by $250. So what's your prediction for Bitcoin's peak price this year in 2023? The high right now is virtually on the cusp of 45. Do you think we could potentially eclipse 50? Or do you think we'll hang out in the 40 range? Do you think we'll visit sub 40? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. I appreciate that. So conclusion, the predictions provided by some of the world's best investors paint a promising picture of the future of the Bitcoin price after the introduction of the Bitcoin ETF and the 2024 halving event. Increased institutional investment, supply and scarcity, enhanced regulatory clarity, and the potential for Bitcoin to become a global reserve asset, and the growing adoption and integration into the financial systems all suggest a bullish outlook for Bitcoin. So there you have it, my crypto fam.